Alright guys, a few of you have been asking for an updated video with a walk around on my bike since I've done a few mods. So I just wanted to get that out here. I've done a few mods that have really, in my opinion, improved the bike a lot. First and foremost, one of the first things I did was got rid of that horrible stock taillight. As you can see here, this one's a lot sleeker. It isn't that big, ugly, stupid brick that they stick us with. Moving along, I got some DRZ decals for the swing arm. You know, I hate people that call stickers a mod, but the bike looks so plain without it. I mean, I think it just really sets off the bike and completes the way it should look from the factory. I got these from Wheeling Cycle Supply. You know, give them a little plug since their customer service is great, their shipping is fast. I would go check them out for your DRZ stuff. They carry stuff for a few other bikes. I also picked up the Thumper Talk branded case guards. What these do, if you don't know, DRZs have this habit when they fall over. If you look here, there's not a lot of room between the pedal and the case. And what will happen is, and this more happens on the shifter side, which let's go over there and take a look at that. It more happens on the shifter side. The bike falls over, and the shifter comes in and hits the case right here. And for a lot of unfortunate people, what happens is the shifter punches a hole in the case. And then of course you have to replace this whole cover, which is I think only like 160 bucks, but it's a pain in the butt, and you don't want to spend 160 bucks to fix something. You don't want to spend 160 bucks to fix something that you could spend it modding or whatever. I also ground down the shifter, because from the factory there's a big lip here, and it's like they were trying to design the perfect tool for punching a hole in engine cases. It's like, what the fuck, Suzuki? So anyway, it has a cover that goes on this side of the case. It just attaches with red RTV. It really is a simple mod to do. They're like 35 bucks. Of course, you got the DRZ sticker down on this side as well. It's a matching set. Let's see here. You've seen the Cycra handguards. I've also replaced the big, huge, ugly stock mirrors with these little bar end mirrors. You can kind of see here. Believe it or not, even though these are small and they're down low, you can see just fine. I actually think I might be able to see the road a little bit better with them than I did. Get a little bit better angle here. I think I can actually see the road better with them than I could with the stock mirrors, which it seems counterintuitive, but really there's no problem. You just have to really make sure you play with how the mounting is. I did have to grind a couple notches and grind the shape of this. You can't really see here. Well, you can kind of see where I ground this bracket open a little bit to allow the mirror to pivot and face the way it needs to. And I had to do that on both sides. It took 10 minutes with a grinder with my air compressor. Not a big deal at all. I think that's it for what I have on the... Oh! I also got the Acerbis Supermoto front fender. It's a good bit smaller than the stock fender. Actually, let's come around here, and if I look over here underneath my YZ, I think I have the stock fender. Yes, here it is. So this is the stock fender. And it's great and all, but if you hold it up next to the bike, you can really see the difference in the size. The Acerbis fender is a good 3 inches shorter on the front, so the stock one comes out to about here. And up underneath, it's bobbed higher in the back and has holes that let air flow through to the radiators a little better. Although those holes are kind of in the middle, so really those holes let air flow through to the frame. I guess in theory, since oil is stored in there, it could cool it down 1/1,000,000th of a degree, but I don't know. I guess maybe it allows air out to the sides. But it just looks a lot better. Let's come around here to the light. So that's what I have on the bike right now. I have a few parts that I haven't put on the bike yet. Well, hey, whatever, you know, to each his own, right? All right, back inside, I want to show you a couple of parts I haven't put on yet. So what I have here, let's start with the small. I have some DRC shorty levers. A lot of people complain that the levers on these bikes are too long, and they are from the factory. It's a whole 4-finger thing, and you know, that's just not great for if you want to do any kind of fun riding. So DRZ makes these levers they're just like OEM, the same quality, they feel exactly the same, but they're about an inch shorter. So that lets you get at least 1 finger still on the bars and squeeze with 2 or 3 fingers. And I picked up the one for the brake and for the clutch. They're, you know, you could buy more expensive, but these are $7 a piece. So, you know, if you don't have the money to buy the more expensive things, or if you just want something basic, or especially if you want something basic that looks stock, it's a great option. So what else I've done? Of course, everybody needs more power. Power! I got the MRD SSW stainless and aluminum exhaust system. You can see the decal with the SSW. It looks like flames. I guess it's sort of cheesy, but it's kind of cool. And let me tell you, this thing weighs, it just doesn't weigh anything. The stock exhaust, I haven't had it off the bike yet, but the stock exhaust has to weigh a ton more. So the quality in this thing is amazing. The welds look great. The pipe, if you look, it's got this nice billet flange on it. Nice billet bolt down flange. It's machined. The welds are beautiful. It's a great pipe. If you look here, this is a larger diameter than stock. If you look here, when it comes around this bend, it jumps up a little bit in diameter. And then when it gets to here, you can actually, I know you can see that pretty good in the video. That's where it jumps up to the full diameter, and it's a good bit bigger than stock. So this, as a result, this is the exhaust system that makes the most power. Out of all the aftermarket exhausts you can get, this one makes the most power. It's also one of the cheaper ones. I believe it's about $485, I think. I don't remember exactly what I paid for it, but I know it was cheaper than some of the Yosh systems, and it's far cheaper than that Yosh dual system, which is beautiful, but doesn't make the power that this pipe makes. This is the most powerful pipe you can buy. Fortunately or unfortunately, it's also the loudest pipe you can buy. It's unbelievably loud. But that with a 4-stroke, that just comes with the territory, man. If you want power, you're going to have noise. They do make a silencer insert for it. You just pull this end cap off. You pull, there's 3 of these Allen head bolts around it, and this just pulls off, and then the silencer insert goes in there. They also make a spark arrestor one, so you can ride around national forests and, you know, make all the bears and squirrels completely deaf from, you know, how loud this pipe is. But yeah, so that's the exhaust. And then I picked up one of the most popular mods, the 39mm flat slide carb. I picked this up from Epic, same place I got the exhaust from. And it's complete, it's brand new, comes with all the pieces you need to make it fit. So it's a direct bolt on. It's already been jetted for the pipe, so I don't have to worry about the jetting or anything. It just goes right on. So you might wonder why replace the carb. Well, for one, it's bigger, but that's not the entire reason. The stock carb operates, it opens the carb via the velocity of the airflow coming in. So when you crack the throttle open, it takes it's not huge, but there's some lag between your wrist and the throttle actually opening. And this is a completely mechanical connection. If you look in here, you can see when I turn this, when I actually can get a hold of it, where'd it go? There we go. You can see it just, it's like it's bolted to my finger. You know, it just, and I guess you can't really see it that well, but it's a mechanical connection. So every time you move your wrist, the throttle plate moves. So the throttle response goes, you know, it's wildly improved. Also, because it's a little bigger, has an accelerator pump, it's about a 4 horsepower jump, which is pretty significant on a bike that makes like 32 to 34 horsepower to wheel stock. All told, between the pipe and the carburetor, the bike should see about 40 horsepower at the wheel. Again, that doesn't sound like that much, but keep in mind that it's only a 300-pound bike. Well, it's 311. Once you put this exhaust on, it's gonna be a little lighter. You can do a couple other things to get it down close to 300. So basically, a 300-pound bike with 40 horsepower at the wheel, and they're geared pretty low, so it's gonna be pretty quick. So that's what I got so far. There's not a whole lot left to do. I'm going to do smaller turn signals, small LED ones, a couple little billet pieces that look nice, but for the most part, really, man, the bike is pretty close to done. I think I have probably $250 left to spend, and let me tell you how much cheaper it is to mod this bike than it is to mod cars. It's just, wow. So that's it, guys. I'll be making another video riding again soon. I have some footage already, but it's not really quite up to the quality that I want to give you guys. I appreciate all the subscribers I got, and I want to give you quality stuff. So I'll be making a new video for you here soon.